So I want to talk about the Racial Equity Consciousness Institute. Racism, just like any other system of oppression, works in a way that positions people with certain identities to experience marginalization, to experience unfair outcomes.
I'm just excited that RECI is a part of the work of the Center on Race and Social Problems. I'm quite hopeful, again, that as people go through it, that they will be changed and that our society will be better.
We frequently ask people what their race is. What do we intend to do with that? And what does it mean when someone says what their race is?
It can be difficult to figure out where to start.
My tendency is to want to just avoid that conversation.
RECI brings to the university the tools and ability to allow space for these difficult conversations to be had.
I speak from experience because that was my journey.
When individuals participate in this dialogue, they advance the spheres of influence that they have.
You know, racial trauma has impact on one's psychological wellness, emotional wellness, and their physical wellness.
That trauma is collective and it is very much lasting for our generation.
America has a storied history, and that storied history includes a history of racism and a history of slavery. We can't separate what's happened historically to what's happening in the context now.
So they're going to help us really foster meaningful conversation as we engage throughout this experience. Illuminating the Vaccine for Racism.
Watching that video really just reminded me of the first time I was called the N-word.
How we do that? Instituting a structural, cognitive, behavioral training framework to embody grounded personal and collective racial equity consciousness. This work indeed positions us to see everyone for who they are fully.
RECI really kind of gets us to those various sort of stratospheres of how to do the work.
We need to understand the influence that we're having on each other.
The goal is to build from where you are. What is core for each of us is our story. So again, I'm going to ask you to be time travelers.
You can learn so much from other people's stories and their experiences.
People get stronger in their ability to talk about difficult conversations.
Our goal today is to engage in open, meaningful exchange.
It feels like sometimes things are getting better, but are they really?
We're not homogenous.
What I really hope that RECI will do for the University of Pittsburgh is to make Pitt a beacon.
There seems to be even national interest in it now. It's exciting to see that people are really interested in addressing and having conversations about race.
The Racial Equity Consciousness Institute, our focus, again, is really on working to eradicate racism.
How do we put things into action?
Having tools that we can now use in the spaces that we hold, professionally, but also personally, I think is really enriching.
The model is so comprehensive.
It has significantly changed me as a person and made me appreciate and realize the impact that race and racism has on so many people.
It's important for me to be knowledgeable, to also believe in the work, so that I can also help prepare those who will be taking this work on.
Through RECI, I've learned to hold space for alternate views of my own.
Anytime people come together to talk about big foundational issues in society, there's the opportunity to make positive change.
What is happening to people emotionally, psychologically?
Our struggle is not the struggle of a day, a week, a month, or a year. It's the struggle of a lifetime.
RECI really brings that work forward, but it does it in a way that's not threatening.
It's providing us a community to connect.
RECI is timeless, actually, because every day that you participate in and every day that you check in with yourself, you learn something new.
It all kind of connected for me.
Because at the end of the day, there's no doubt in my mind that everybody who participates in RECI, particularly here at a university, they're fighting the good fight and they want to make change in the world.
And I think there's a lot that can be done in this space.
These conversations are so crucial.
This is the perfect time for RECI.
People are starting to see, okay, there might be ways that we can do this.
RECI creates a powerful platform that provides hope to individuals who are working towards the advancement of social justice.
I hope that the work that we do evolves and it manifests into so many forms that are matching the progress of our generation.
The
changes everyone that it touches.
The mission is not to be not racist, it's to be anti-racist.
I have never encountered a framework of this kind that is both deep and general.
I never really learned how to be sensitive and aware of all the things about diversity that are enriching.
In this space is super timely.
We need to ask those very tough questions.
The possibilities here are endless.
Very excited for what's to come. For those folks out there watching, know that I'm prepared, just as you are, to affect change for a world in which we can all live to our fullest lives.